Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to God Real TV, where we keep it real, raw, and straight to the point. So, I want to talk about this Bruno Mars, the Romantic album, and the connection it has to El Mencho. El Mencho was a Mexican drug lord that got killed on February 22nd by pretty much the American police and the Mexican police. And I'm pretty sure, okay, I'm gonna read it. It says El Mencho was a Mexican drug trafficker, leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, an organized crime group based in Jalisco. He was the most wanted person in Mexico and one of the most wanted in the United States. The U.S. and Mexican governments at the time of his death offered rewards 15 million and 300 million Mexican pesos, respectively, for information leading to his arrest. He was wanted for drug trafficking, involvement with organized crime, and illegal possession of firearms. El Mencho was allegedly responsible for coordinating global drug trafficking operations. Under his command, the CJNG became one of the leading criminal organizations in Mexico. So, this guy right here is of Bruno Mars energy. As you can see, they look just alike. And I'm like, I was hoping somebody would do a video on this, but I was like, I had to, so I had to make my comeback and do this video because look at these two guys, man. Come on now, it don't get no more realer than that. So this guy, El Mencho, dies, sacrifice. He dies February 22nd, 2026. And Bruno Mars album dropped 5 days later. They don't get no. Alright, so how y'all will understand how the best way I can explain it is that Bruno Mars is like, I'm not gonna say he's a god, but most people will worship him as an idol. So pretty much you can say, he put himself on a pedestal as a, so he has no soul. This guy, Bruno Mars, you don't have to say his real name, but him as an entity, he has no soul, so he needs energy to survive. And they needed this guy right here, energy, for Bruno Mars to come out with this album, The Romantic. And for you to understand, Bruno Mars had to use his soul and everything he's made up of to make this album right here, and for him to go on tour. So if this didn't happen, Bruno Mars would have had to like do drugs or be on cocaine or whatever to get that spirit. But since they are using El Mencho, his soul, for Bruno Mars, because every time Bruno Mars drops an album, he has to harvest the energy from a branch off of his family tree. Or I call it a soul group, but it's of his energy. So El Mencho is of Bruno Mars energy, and Bruno Mars is of Michael Jackson's energy. So Michael Jackson been long and gone, but I know y'all noticed that a movie is coming out about Michael Jackson in April. So it's a lot of Michael Jackson energy going around right now. So, and I know y'all probably seen that Michael Jackson, he was using his Neverland ranch to protect the kids that was in the files. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And going to that island, so Michael Jackson was intercept some of that guy's plans, and that's why they was after him so much. But yeah, Bruno Mars is of Michael Jackson energy. So Michael Jackson is a bigger idol than Bruno Mars, but Bruno Mars is the living one right now because that void always has to be filled, as you can see. So for this time, Bruno Mars had to use El Mencho's energy to create this album. And I bet you, if you listen to this album, it's gonna be some Mexican influence type of music on there, or like lowrider oldies type of vibe. Yeah, I bet you. I'm telling you, like, and that's what like gives it away. It's gonna be some type of Hispanic, Latino type of music on this album, and it's because they're using his energy. So he's dead. This guy is dead, but his soul is being used by Bruno Mars because Bruno Mars doesn't have a soul. So he has to use all of his fans' energy, and he had to get the energy from his source. If y'all get what I'm saying. If y'all don't understand it now, later on you will understand if you just do more research. And since Bruno Mars just dropped the album, I'm pretty sure The Weeknd probably gonna drop a song or two. He probably not gonna drop an album, but he gonna probably drop a song or two before this Michael Jackson movie drops. So yeah, I just want to make a video about that. Hopefully people will see this like, because it's all coming from a god, and most likely it's an Egyptian god that is from this energy, because it's all the same source, it's all the same energy. All of these people, even Michael Jackson, The Weeknd, Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is a worldwide name. Everybody know Bruno Mars and his music, so he needs an energy to even put out this album and do a tour. So this guy had to die for Bruno Mars to continue. So yeah, that was it, and I hope y'all have a great day. All right.